Hi, yogis. Welcome. Namaste. So nice to see you. So nice to practice with you. So nice to be here and now with you. Great. So we will start seated as we usually do. Discussion about our intention for today. Today I'm going to give myself a little extra lift. So I have a bolster or a cushion and then a blanket folded over to prop my hips up a little bit. And I'm going to have a seat. Cross legs in front. And what this can help do, this extra height, is allow me to lean forward, which tilts my pelvis. That allows my heart to lift up, my spine to grow long, and I can sit nice and easily. Perfect. Let's begin with 3 deep breaths. Go ahead and please close your eyes. Invite in a breath. And let this breath go. Deep breath in. And let this breath go. Deep breath in. And let this breath go. We can sit still and breathe in the reflection and the echo of those breaths. Very nice. You're welcome to blink your eyes open. Good. Okay. Today, I'd like to talk about health a little bit more and what I think about health and what is health and what does health stand upon. Well, I really developed this idea that there are 3 pillars to health. And what does a pillar do? A pillar supports something on top of it. Usually it is a structural component of a building, and the buildings help the higher levels stay where they are. So it is something that's very foundational, can take a lot of weight, and supports whatever it is above it. So these pillars of health support our health. Okay, great. So what are these quote unquote pillars of health? Well, there's 3 of them. There's probably more. I just make this stuff up sometimes when I'm deep in thought and reflection and pondering the question, what does health look like? What is health in my life? Well, I think it is sleep, nutrition, and exercise. These are 3 pillars of health. Now, it's not an exclusive list. There's other things that we need to do to be healthy. Nourish ourselves and our relationships, self-care, education. It's really important for our brain. Reading, oh my gosh, reading is so important. But just very basic. Sleep, nutrition, and exercise. So let's start with exercise. Exercise, yoga is included. Exercise includes moving from aerobic, where our heart is using oxygen to feed our muscles, to anaerobic, where all of a sudden there's not enough oxygen to directly contribute to our muscles, so we go over this lactic threshold. It's a whole broad range of science that's involved with what's happening physiologically, and I think that's of great benefit to strengthen our heart. So exercise, which can be yoga, running, bicycling, it can be a Pilates class, it can be weightlifting, it can be anything that gets our body moving, that gets our heart beating, that gets us in this increased calorie burn kind of way. And that could even be walking. I know many of us probably have jobs that we sit at, and we can spend our lunch break walking for 30 minutes or an hour, and that's exercise. So really, anything that gets our body moving and our heart beating, we can consider exercise. Yoga is definitely exercise because we're moving and sometimes our heart begins to beat a little bit faster. That's great. Exercise. Our bodies are built to move. We are made to move. So exercise is moving our body in any way that feels good. So hopefully you have an exercise that you like to do, and we do it regularly for 30 minutes to 60 minutes every single day with some rest days, more on others. Maybe you want to go spend a whole day hiking, and that's great. Moving our body is crucial to health. A regular exercise routine, no matter what it is, I think is a strong pillar of health. Great. Sleep. Sleep is so important. Sleep is where our body recovers. Sleep is where all the information that we learn during a day integrates into our mind, into our memory. Sleep is the ultimate recharge for everything that we do every day. And I believe that we need to sleep 1/3 of our life. Yes, about 8 hours. Now, if you're not getting 8 hours of sleep, that's okay. It's not game over. But for optimal health, what I have found through my own personal experience, conversations with others who have gone through periods of less sleep and more sleep, about 8 hours is the sweet spot, which, yes, is 1/3 of our life. In fact, if you're sleeping 5 to 6 hours and you think you feel great, I welcome you to take on a week of sleeping 8 hours and see how much better you feel. It truly is amazing. Now, some nights we have to stay up late and we have exams to study for, projects to finish, babies to take care of, and that is all good. But if we're looking at trying to optimize our health, sleeping roughly 8 hours a night, I think, is going to help us achieve that. Okay, nutrition. This is a touchy subject because nutrition, food, has a lot of cultural values associated with it. Also a lot of identity. You are what you eat. You are what you eat? What? That means that you identify with the food that you are consuming. And I am not here to tell you how to eat. Not at all. But what I would like to share is that I believe nutrition, meaning the food that we eat and the liquids that we drink, can be optimized to support our maximum health. What does that mean? Well, that means that we are eating food that delivers macronutrients and micronutrients that our body needs for proper functionality. We are consuming enough water during the day that we are hydrated. We are not overindulging in different food products that can be deleterious to our health. We are limiting the amount of sugar and alcohol consumption, and we also have a relationship to our food. This is a little bit deeper. The field of Ayurveda, which is a sister to yoga, Ayurveda is healthy lifestyle and healthy living and how we can live holistically, yoga being a part of that. Ayurveda really believes in developing a relationship with your food. That is, knowing where your food came from, appreciating your food, being grateful for the food and the nourishment that it is providing. So it's more than just like grab and go and eat, boom, it's, wow, these greens were grown from the earth. I chopped them with my hands and cooked them in my skillet, and now they are feeding and providing nutrients that is vital for me to succeed and prosper in life. Thank you, greens. I am grateful for you. So it's a little bit different than, let me scarf this salad. Okay, done. Do you see the difference? Okay, so without telling you how to eat, because this is not a nutrition class, but thinking about nutrition as a part of health, having a relationship with your food, consuming food that is good for you, and making sure that you are properly hydrated, really important. Okay, perfect. If you need to cross the switch of your legs, I've been talking for a while. Just a couple more minutes, don't worry. Okay, so to take on sleep, nutrition, and exercise all at the same time, that's a lot. I almost want to throw my hands in the air and say, wow, I got to exercise, I got to eat, I got to sleep, I got to do all this, and whew, I'm overwhelmed. Oh my gosh. Let's not overwhelm ourselves. Let's break this down. What I have found is usually I can be pretty good at one of the three or two of the three, really hard to be good at all three. So I just try and focus on one that I might be not naturally doing well at. For instance, it's been a busy week. I've been staying up late, getting lots of work done. I noticed that my health is deteriorating just slightly because I'm not getting quality sleep. Eating and exercise, those are still okay, but those are affected because of the lack of sleep. So this week I set the intention for health directly to sleep. So I think, wake up. My intention today is to sleep better. Okay, I need to get everything I need done so I can be in bed by 9, 10 o'clock and fall asleep reading a book, because I know that reading at night and not looking at my screen helps my brain shut down and allows me to get a better quality of sleep, which is really important. And then I'll make sure my alarm gives me 8 hours of sleep. Focus on that for many days in a row, and then that just happens naturally. So I welcome you to think, okay, of the 3 pillars of health, which one is important that I would like to focus on? Sleep, nutrition. Nutrition could be the food or the water that you drink, exercise, making time for yourself, or connecting with others in your life in order to feel really good and share in that community that can exist around exercise. Okay, cool. It's a lot, I know. Let's go ahead and find a seat. We're in a seat. Let's sit up nice and tall. Close our eyes. Deep breath in. And a big sigh. Sit still and breathe, and you can use this moment to contemplate, to think about the 3 pillars of health, and I invite you to set an intention for one of them. Sleep, nutrition, or exercise. What would you like to work on, develop, grow, improve, progress in your life? And it starts here by setting the intention. Very nice, friends. Let's blink our eyes open. Namaste. Welcome. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and lean back, shake these legs out. That was a lot of seated action, I know. Okay, cat and cow, but let's perform this movement while standing today. Go ahead and scoot your cushions over to the side. Block ready in the front. You'll take your hands, thumb, fingers together. This is a Lego Man C grip, and we can take this onto our thighs. Feet step nice and wide, shoulders straight, standing cat-cow. Shoulder blades together. Heart peeks through. Heart lifts up. Arch in your spine. Tuck your tail underneath. Chin into chest. Round through your back. Open up, inhale, arch back, shoulders together, standing cow pose. Exhale, round through your back, standing cat pose. Inhale, open and arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Take your arms up with you, really nice. And then exhale, hands to heart center. We can take this C grip, fingers forward, hands around our hips, and start to rock left and right. Slow down into your breath, feel into the movement, into the motion. Really nice. When your hips go right, heart forward, hips back, roll over to the left, and then from the left, hips forward, heart back. Place a little bend in your knees as you do, hips to the right, heart forward, hips back, hips to the left, hips forward, heart back. All kinds of nice movement. into our hip joint, and you can activate into your core to help you stabilize. Breath nice and smooth. Let's go the opposite direction. Very good. Nice big circles from standing cat-cow into these hip swivels. Very good. Come up to standing. Hands sweep up. Hook your thumbs. Let's go arms to the right, hips to the left, nice and long and up and over. Inhale and up. Opposite direction. Hips to the right, hands up and over to the left. Inhale and up. First side. Inhale and up. Second side. Inhale and up. Bend your left elbow. Left hand goes behind your back. Right hand to your left elbow. And we can draw our arm back and let your left hand be on your right shoulder blade or down the middle of your spine. Perfect. Lift up through your heart. Hinge over to the right. Very good. Lots of length. Up and over. Feel your left side. Back of your head can press into your arm. Steady and breathe. Very nice. Inhale up. Release. You can do a little pull up. And then right arm bends. Left hand, right elbow. Find lots of lift and length. And then hips over to the right. Breathe here. Inhale and up. Release. A little bit of a pull up. And then hands down by your sides. Neck rolls. Full 360, and slow this movement down a little bit so you feel everything, and you might hear some crinkling in your neck. I do when I do this, and it's kind of weird, but it also makes me think, my neck likes it. These are happy sounds. Opposite direction. Lots of breath. Very good. Okay. Step your feet a little bit wider. Lean, twist over to the left. Slow, twist over to the right. Inhale, center, twist left. Inhale, center, twist right. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Very nice. Let's bring our feet together, hands to knees. You can start to spin circles of your knees around your ankles. And then go the opposite direction. Very good. Feet about as wide as your hips. Big stretch up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hands down. All right, feeling good, a little joint mobility, a little joint release. Let's start to move through our sun salutations with breath, please. Start, deep breath in. Big sigh out, let it go. Inhale, hands sweep up. Little bend in knees, exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, fingertips down, palms down, feet back, plank pose. Knees lower down, look forward, lean forward, chaturanga. Untuck toes, inhale, low cobra, bhujangasana. Press into your hands, roll over your toes. Lift your hips, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Spread your fingers, lift your hips, melt your heart through. Really good. Bend your knees, look to the front, and then let's step our feet all the way forward to meet our hands. Toes spread, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Little bend, let your head and shoulders relax. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center, and hands down. So good. Smooth flow through Surya Namaskar A. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All right, let's keep it going. Inhale, hands up. Little bend of knees, exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, fingertips down, feet step back, knees high or low, your choice, forward down, chaturanga. Hips down, untuck toes, shoulders together. Inhale, lift, cobra, lower high, over knees, toes, downward facing dog. Step your feet up. We can start to pedal and push. Hips sway, weight shifts, head hangs, and we're in, feeling so good. Okay, stillness in our down dog. Strong, straight arms. Let's bend our knees, maybe a big step to the front, step, step, or a few steps. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, full forward folds. Inhale, sweep arms up and high, and then exhale, bring hands to heart center, hands down. Good. Let's close our eyes, breathe in deep, and let it go. Feel the support, the foundation of strength from your legs, just like pillars of health. And what is your personal intention today? Sleep, exercise, nutrition, and we keep coming back. Blink eyes open. Hands sweep up, inhale. Little bend in knees, exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. High push-up, plank pose. Knees high or low, forward down, chaturanga. Body down, inhale, low to high cobra. Exhale, over your knees, toes, downward dog. Step your feet slightly forward. There's a little bend in your knees. Let's float our right leg up to the sky. 3 points of contact. Very nice. Right foot steps forward. Spread your right toes, root down, crescent lunge. Hips square to the front, core strong. Hips lower down. Find a deep breath in. And a big sigh. Inhale. Exhale. Sweep hands to the front. Step your right foot to the back into plank pose. Knees high or low. We can switch it up each time too. Lower down, chaturanga. Shoulders and elbows towards each other. Inhale, low to high. Over your knees, toes. Downward facing dog. Very good. Step slightly forward. Okay, left leg floats up. 3 points. Strong arms, square hips, head relaxes. Left foot steps forward all the way up, or help it get up there. Root down left foot. Remember, this is a balance. Hands up, hips square. Settle in. Very nice. Breathe. Keep breathing. You're doing really, really good. Keep breathing. Excellent. Hands to the front. Step your left foot to the back. High plank. Knees high or low. Forward down, chaturanga. Inhale, heart opens. Back bend. Exhale over knees and toes. Downward facing dog. Let the weight of your head drop down. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Knees bend. Look forward. Step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, let's rise. Hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And hands down. Deep breath in. And a big sigh. So good. Okay, so we've got our Surya Namaskara A. Let me just play with this microphone a little bit. We've got our Surya Namaskar or our Sun Salute A. Very good. Now that was our Sun Salutation B with a chair pose thrown in the mix. Now traditionally we will see another posture that I have not taught yet. Sun Salutation B is with Warrior One, where it's the back heel down, hips square, arms up and overhead. But I find that this is a really challenging posture to learn, and it's not as accessible as turning onto the left toes, which allow the hips to square to the front. crescent lunge. So I like to replace, especially when learning Sun Salutation B, I like to replace Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1, with crescent lunge Anjaneyasana Asana. Now the only posture that wasn't in that last one that we've learned before is Utkatasana. So let's go through a full version of Sun Salutation B, Surya Namaskar B. But just know, if you're looking for supplementary resources and you're thinking, well, where's the Warrior 1? We are replacing Warrior 1 with Crescent Lunge because of accessibility. Remember, this yoga is for you. Yes, you and me and every single body. Yoga's for everyone. And how do I offer yoga in the most accessible way? Wow, I'm still thinking about it. Let me put this out to you. If there is something that's not accessible, or a way that you modify something that turns something inaccessible into more accessible, please let me know. I'm so happy to learn. I am open to learning, constantly learning, trying to adapt and evolve every single day to be my best version. I'm working on it. I don't know if I'm there yet, but I'm trying my hardest. And one way that I get that is through community, it's through conversation, it's through people informing me of some of my errors, people lovingly helping me to grow as an individual in the world. So I hope that I can express that to you also. How do I lovingly help you grow as an individual in the world? Whew, tangent. I told you there would be many. Okay, let's work Sun Salutation B all the way through. Hands down by our sides. Lift up through your heart. Close your eyes. Connect to your intention. Let's invite a deep breath in. And let this breath go. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Hips back, knees back. Chair pose. Spread your toes. Reach through your arms nice and strong. We'll move with breath. First, inhale. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Hands to the floor or your block. Inhale, find halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips, palms down, feet step back, plank pose. Knees high or low. We can move through chaturanga with an exhale breath to lower us down. Shoulder blades together. Inhale, lower high cobra. Press into the strength of your arms. Knees, toes. Downward facing dog. Step your feet in a place where you can support yourself. Right leg floats up. Inhale, three-legged dog. And then exhale, step your right foot forward. Help it get up there if you need. Root down with your right foot. Rise up with your hands. Crescent lunge. So good. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Hands back to the mat. Step your right foot back. Plank pose. Knees high or low. We can move through chaturanga. Body down. Shoulder blades together. Nice little back bends. Lower high cobra. Over knees, toes. Downward facing dog. So good. Step feet into position. Fingers, toe spread, heart melts. Left leg goes up. Inhale. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Root down left foot, rise, hands high and up to the sky. Really good. Crescent lunge. Hips square, core strong. Find your breath. You're doing good. Deep breath in. Exhale, hinge. Hands plant. Left foot steps back. Plank pose. High or low. Chaturanga, lower down. Body down, belly down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, push up. Over knees, toes, down dog. Settle into your down dog. Let's pause here for a moment. Breath in and breath out. Bend your knees, look to the front. Step, feet all the way forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sink into a chair, sit into a chair. This makes me think of my first grade chair. It was so big when I was in first grade, but then going back, I'm like, wow, I sat in such a teeny tiny little chair. I had no idea. Inhale and up. Exhale, hands to heart center and hands down. So good. Let's close our eyes. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Really nice, friends. Blink your eyes open. Hands to heart center. Shift weight into your right foot. Left heel lifts. Left knee lifts. Left hand, left knee. Right arm out. Open standing march. Heel to ankle. Hands to heart center. Foot to shin. Notice heel below knee. Or foot to thigh. Notice toes above knee. Pick a spot that doesn't move. It might wiggle and it might wobble, but find your balance. And it could fall, and that's okay. Hands can go up. This is growing the branches of your tree nice and tall. Find it steady. Breathe. Breathe. Yes, so good. Bring your hands back to center. Release your left knee. Left foot down. Sweep hands up, chair pose. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips down, step your left foot back. Pivot your left foot 90 degrees. Windmill up. Warrior two. Arms stretch out. So good. Gaze over your right fingertips. Steady and breathe. Becoming more familiar with Virabhadrasana 2. Very nice. Hands windmill to the front. Pivot left foot. Step left to meet right. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Hands all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Shift weight over into your left foot. Right heel lifts. Right knee lifts. Standing march. We can go right hand, right knee, left arm out. Open up. Woo, fun. Right heel, left ankle, hands to heart center. We can bring right foot to left shin. Avoid the left knee. We can bring our right foot into our left heel. Very good. Wherever you chose to go, that's great. Go there. Be there. You're doing great. Yeah. Hands up. Grow the branches of your tree if this feels good. Nice. Breathe. Settle into it. Release your right foot. We'll take it down, chair pose. Hips back, knees back. Inhale and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips down. Step your right foot back. Pivot your right foot 90. Windmill up. Warrior two. Left knee over ankle. Left fingers, knee, toes to the front of your mat. Arms parallel to the floor. Spine straight up and down. So good. Find your breath. Breathe. Really nice. Windmill your hands to the front. Pivot your right foot. Step your right foot to meet your left. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Very good. Hands down. Perfect. Let's play a little bit. Hands to heart center. Shift your weight into your right foot. Left knee lifts. Standing march. Little bend in right knee. Arms go out. Lean heart forward. Step left foot back. Warrior two. Now when you get there, adjust your feet like so, and then you're in. Really nice. Scoot your left foot a little bit further forward and turn your left toes in about 30 degrees towards the front. So instead of parallel your back foot, turn it in about 30 degrees. Now right knee goes straight. Hands to hips. Pick up all 10 toes and spread them. Root your feet. Think about your left hip going back and tip right. Do not dip your left shoulder down. Keep your shoulders and hips parallel to the left side of your mat. Reach right arm forward. Reach, 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 reach. And then right hand finds your right shin or your right thigh. Please do not press down into your right knee. You may also be able to bring fingertips to your right block. Now, if you're really flexible, you'll go right ankle or fingertips to the floor, but please don't do that at the expense of your left shoulder dipping down. Better to back off a little bit. Left hand goes up, right hand down, two straight legs. You can imagine you are being squished between two panes of glass, and your body is nice and aligned. Utthita Trikonasana, also known as triangle pose. Now with your head, you can look up. If that hurts your neck, you can look out, or down will help with balance. I taught a group of, they were 13, 14-year-olds, a baseball team one time, and I had them in triangle pose. This was really interesting. I didn't know this was going to happen. I had them in triangle pose, and I said, look up to your left hand, and literally every single one of them fell backwards. And I was like, oh, okay, I see how that can shift your balance off when you look up. So if you fell backwards when I said that, don't feel bad. It's a thing that happens. Good, go ahead and look up. Bend your right knee, warrior two. From warrior two, hands to the mat, pivot your left foot, step your left foot to meet your right, hands to shins, halfway lifts. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart center, hands down. Go ahead and stay at the front of your mat. I will demo from the other side. Perfect. Hands to heart center, shift weight into left foot, pick up right knee. Standing march. This feels nice and good. Got it. Start to bend left knee, arms out, pivot, step right foot back, warrior two. Adjust your feet like so, however you need to do. Very good. Turn your back foot in. You might need to step a little bit closer. So back foot goes from parallel to about 30 degrees in, left leg to straight, hands to hips. Right hip back, left hand forward, reach left hand, and then tip. Left hand down, and right hand goes up. Now, with this left hand, I am not dropping all my weight into it. This is a light touch. My leg is taking about 5% of my weight. In fact, it's a contact point to help stabilize the rest of my body. Arms stretch across your body, right hand up, left hand down, and your left hip wraps underneath. So your hips are square to the right side of your mat, and so are your shoulders. Triangle pose. Find it, breathe. Good. Bend your left knee, warrior two. Bring your spine back in line, straight up and down. Pivot your back foot, hands to the front. Right foot steps forward, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise, come on up with your hands, and exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Let's step our feet wide, lower our hips down, forearms to thighs, hips down towards the floor for Malasana. Settle into your Malasana. We're not taking it down all the way just yet, but go ahead and transition. I would like to take a nice little break. Toes touch, hips towards heels, forehead towards the mat. Child's pose. Allow a deep breath to move through your body. Breathe deep. Feel deep. Connect into your intention. Your pillar of health. Is it sleep, exercise, nutrition? And the idea is to focus on it here. So when we go out into the world, this is on the mat, off the mat. So when we get off the mat, that intention is still with us, and our decision making to support this intention has a free flow of energy. There's an ease to it. Okay, very nice, friends. Inhale, let's come up. We'll make our way up onto our feet. Hands to heart center. Sweep arms up, inhale. Exhale, chair pose. Weight goes into our right foot. Left foot comes up with us. Left hip opens. And we can find our tree. 1, 2, or 3, all of which avoid putting pressure into the knee. Very good. Nice and steady. Can start to bend our right knee. Find that transition. Warrior two. Spine straight up and down. Settle in here for a breath. And let it go. Left foot moves forward, turns in 30 degrees. Right leg to straight. Reach forward. And then tip. Right hand down. Left hand up. Triangle pose. Feet are connected to the earth. Stretch across your chest through your hands. Hips, shoulders parallel to the long edge of your mat. And vision can be wherever it feels good with your neck that helps you balance. Really good, friends. Warrior 2. Straighten your right leg, pivot right foot, feet parallel, dive, forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Walk your hands slightly forward, find a halfway lift, inhale, and then exhale, hinge, let the weight of your head drop down, breathe. So good. Inhale, halfway lift, pivot your right foot to the front, step your left foot to meet your right. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale all the way up. So good. Exhale, bring it into heart center and hands down. Let's close eyes. Breath in. And let a breath go. Very nice. Hands sweep up. Inhale. Exhale, chair pose. Shift into your left leg. Your right knee comes up with you. Arms can stay overhead. Hands can be at your heart center. Let your right hip open. Heel to ankle. 1. Foot to shin. 2. Or foot to thigh. 3. Avoid the knee. Hands to center or up and overhead. Find it. This is the challenge move. Little bend in your left knee. Release your right foot. Step your right foot back. Warrior 2. Left knee toes to the front. Right foot parallel to the back. Walk your right foot in a little bit closer. Turn it in 30 degrees. Left leg to straight. Now with arms out, think your right hip goes back. Your left hand goes forward. And then tip. Left hand down. Right hand up. So good. Breathe. Breathe. Triangle pose. Open across your body. Stretch arms in opposite directions. Feet plant down. Back foot turned in 30 degrees. Legs straight-ish. Of course, if you have a little bend in your left knee, that's okay. Very, very nice. Warrior 2. Bend your left knee, and then we'll straighten left leg. Pivot our feet. Hinge, forward fold. Fingertips to the floor or to your block. If the floor is too far away, that's okay. We're getting used to knowing where that is. With that familiarity, there's ease. And then we can hinge. Head drops down. So good. Take a deep breath in here. Let a big sigh go. Inhale, find halfway lift. Hands walk to the front. Step your right foot forward, halfway lift in here. Exhale, full forward fold. Come all the way up. And then hands to heart center. Hands down. Eyes closed. Breathe. Breathe. So good. Hands sweep up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifts. Exhale, fingertips down. Step your left foot back. Pivot 90 degrees, warrior 2. From warrior 2, turn your right palm up. Lean forward. Left hand to left thigh. Feel the weight in your right foot, and then stretch your right arm up and over. Reverse warrior. Right hip to right shoulder, lean back. Tendency is to straighten our right leg, but please continue to bend into your right knee. Light touch, left hand, left thigh, and you can even wrap your left hand behind to your right hip. Right shoulder opens, breathe. Good. Warrior 2. Straighten right leg, pivot right foot. Pivot left foot, warrior 2 to the back of your mat. Turn left palm up, lean forward, feel the weight go into your left foot, and then reverse. Right hand down, left arm up and over, length from left hip to left shoulder, through left fingertips reaching back. Bend further into your front knee, breathe. Very nice. Warrior 2. Straighten left leg, pivot left foot, pivot right foot. 2 straight legs like triangle pose. Right hand goes up, left hand down. Reverse triangle. Reach your right hand up and over. Light touch with left hand. Maybe left hand wraps around to right hip. Breathe. Feel the length in your right side body. Bring it back. Arms parallel. Pivot feet. Right foot turns in 30. Left foot, left toes towards left side of your mat, back edge of your mat. Right hand down, left arm up and over. Core strong. Try not to dip forward or back, but lean straight back. Left hand up and over. Reverse triangle. Breathe. So good. Bring it back. Parallel your left foot. Parallel both your feet. We'll take this into a forward fold. Fingertips find your block. Spread your toes. Hinge. Let the weight of your head drop down. Really nice. Come up. Find your block or fingertips on the floor. Lean forward into your toes. Turn your heels in. And then sink your hips down. So it looks like this from the side view. Heels turned in. And then hips sink down. This is a nice inner thigh hip opener. It's kind of like a leapfrog. Like at any moment I could spring and leap over the person in front of me, although there's nobody here. The imaginary person, the yogic being in the room. Okay, just playing. All right, but for reals though, go ahead and lower your hips down as much as possible. Feel into the stretch. Breathe. So good. Hands down, knees down, untuck toes. You can work with the skin on your knees. Hips sit on your heels. If this is not comfortable, place a blocker, a blanket in between, underneath your sit bones, so you feel that nice little bit of stretch on the front. Hands to your thighs. Sit up nice and tall, long spine, chin into chest. This is called Virasana or Hero's Pose. Let's invite a deep breath in. And a big sigh. Really nice. Let your body-mind system collectively settle down as we move into the closing portion of our practice. We can bring the energy that we have taken up back down into a very calm, a very cool, settled place where we can fully experience our Shavasana that's coming up soon. Go ahead and shift forward. Bring the block out from around your side. Feet around your side. Feet are out in front. Cross your right leg in. Left leg crosses in front of your right. Sukhasana. Hips lift and lower. Feet are active. Hands by sides, or we can move to the wall if that feels good. Lift up through your heart. Option, hands up. Hands forward, fingertips down, maybe forearms down, perhaps forehead all the way down. And settle into your cross-legged forward fold seat. You're welcome to close your eyes and focus on your breath. You can also keep your eyes open, soft focus on the floor right in front of you. That's all good. Breathe. 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 Inhale, let's start to make our way up. If you're already up, then that's great. Walk your hands slightly back, uncross, uncross, and then cross the other way. Left leg in, right leg in front of left. Lift and lower, feet flex. Keep the support here, lean back. If you're on the wall, that's great. Settle in and breathe. If we want to move deeper, hands up, and then hinge forward. Fingertips down, maybe forearms down. Neck relaxes. And then we can settle into our cross-legged forward fold. Any version, any variation, it's all good. It's all good. Breathe. Inhale, come up. Go ahead and lean back. Uncross your legs. Shake them out a little bit. Fingertips forward. Bend your knees. Scoot your hip towards your heels. Bend your elbows straight back and then start to curl through your back. Chin into chest. Relax your shoulder blades, and I think you'll find length through your upper back, lower back. This is kind of a funky stretch. Doesn't quite have a name, just discovered this specific sensation moving in a practice one time and was like, oh, that's kind of nice. To exit, press your arms straight. We can walk elbow out, come all the way back, pick up knees, hands grab shins. Option to reach up, hands wrap around, grab each other. Go ahead and rock this a little bit left, right, side to side. Release, bring your arms to the inside of your knees. Flex your ankles, grab your feet. Stack your heels above your knees. Let your knees go outside of your shoulders. This is called happy baby. You might be able to guess why. I hope that you're feeling happy. Go ahead and rock a little bit left, right, side to side. Pick your head up, tuck your chin in, and then move your spine towards straight. So eventually, maybe your waistline is flat on the ground, but for starters, it's okay. If your feet are too far away to grab, you can grab underneath your calves, or you can clasp your hands behind your thighs. Again, wherever we are, heels above knees, knees moving down outside of shoulders. Lots of breath. So good. Let's bring our feet together, supine butterfly. Knees go out wide, and then you can also stretch your arms up and overhead. Place one hand onto the other. Now, if this is too intense in your arms or your legs, you can go ahead and just bring your arms by your sides or step your feet wide and let your knees dip in. Lots of breath. Very nice. Go ahead now, step your feet out wide, knees dip in, arms out to T. You can pick your hips up, scoot them to the right side, knees over to the left. Left hand on your right thigh, twist over to the right. 3 breaths here. Deep breath in. Big sigh, let it go. Unwind your twist, set feet down, hips to center, and then hips over to the left, knees up and over towards your right elbow, right hand to left thigh, and then twist left. Breathe. Deep breath in. And a big sigh. Really good. Go ahead and step your feet over. Pick your hips up. Adjust your chest and your shoulders. Adjust your hips in your legs. Let your legs go long. Arms by your side, palms up. Any last little movements for you to feel super good, to feel very calm, to feel very, very comfortable. It's that nice place. I like to think of it like putting warm, clean sheets fresh out of the dryer on your bed on a cold night and snuggling up. It's just, there's something so comfortable about that image. And that's the same level of comfort that we can find when we get here. And if you don't have that comfort right now, that's okay. Doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. Just means that you're still getting to learn about your body and how and where, what and why it is to be comfortable in this final rest. And that's great too. You are welcome to close your eyes, drift away into your Shavasana. I will sit with you as you integrate all the benefits of this practice. 3 pillars of health: sleep, nutrition, exercise, and what that means to you. Shavasana. Breathe. Try and relax any tension, soften your face, release your tongue off of the roof of your mouth, and release the grip in your hands and maybe your toes, your core, your belly. Let the weight of your body pour down into the mat. The earth is strong. It can support you. Settle in. Breathe. Deep breath in. And a sweet releasing breath out. Little movements, hands, feet. Bigger movements, arms, legs. Full body stretch all the way across your body. Yes, amazing, feeling so good. Then let's roll over to our side, press ourselves up. If you've got your cushion nearby, go ahead, grab it, find a seat, please. Pause in this moment, just a brief mindful meditation with your eyes closed, seated. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Deep breath in. Big sigh. Let's bring our hands together right in front of our heart. 3 breaths for 3 pillars. May your intention translate from on the mat to off the mat. And may you have the space to work, contribute, succeed in your own personal health and wellness journey. Namaste.